Thank you, Christina. Now, in our top story at 6:30, a southern Indiana man is thankful that complete strangers helped him find his stolen boat. Seth Stewart says his boat was stolen from Charlestown in the lot of his business on Friday. Ring camera footage Stewart provided shows the moments before the theft. You can see that right on your screen. He posted about it on Facebook, asking people to keep an eye out. Well, they did. Stewart received 3 phone calls about his stolen property. Each of the Good Samaritans saw the boat on the highway. The boat was finally found in Bowling Green. Now tonight at 11, we'll have more from the boat owner about the power of social media. And in other news, a man is dead after a crash early this morning near the outer loop. LMPD says they responded to the crash on Preston Highway at about 3:30 this morning. Police say a man driving a Ford Escape was driving toward Louisville in the wrong lane. LMPD says the Escape sideswiped another car before crashing head-on into a F-150 heading towards the outer loop. The driver of the Escape was pronounced dead on the scene, and his passenger was transported to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. A passenger in the truck was also transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. We're diving into the $1.1 billion budget proposed by Mayor Craig Greenberg. It was his first budget plan as mayor, and people from both sides of the aisle have shown their support. Included in the mayor's budget is funding for housing reform, incentives to lure a grocery store downtown, and an increase in LMPD's budget. Part of that budget increase is 33 new positions within LMPD. One of those positions is a specialist specifically assigned to review search warrants. U of L law professor Sam Markison believes internal inspections of each application is a good idea, but it comes with questions and potential risks.
You have people who are part of the department. The risk is that they become captured by the culture of the department. They see it as their job not to provide real meaningful review and oversight, but to not get in the way of their fellow officers.
Now, the new positions, including the search warrant specialist, is only a small fraction of Greenberg's proposed increase to LMPD's budget. However, experts believe these new positions could have a significant long-term impact. And there will be several hearings where you can comment on the mayor's budget. The first will be May 10th, with several more throughout the month. You can find a full list of dates and topics, plus how to participate on WHAS11.com. Now, one aspect you just heard of the mayor's budget is to increase the incentives to bring a grocery store downtown. But one group is looking to fill the food desert gap in the West End. Change Today, Change Tomorrow launched the petition for better access to fresh food options in Louisville's West End. The organization points to a statistic that 1 in 3 West End Louisville residents live in a food desert and are forced to rely on unhealthy options. In October last year, Metro Council finally approved funding for the Louisville Community Grocery in Smoketown. The co-op, expected to break ground this year, received $3.5 million and will provide healthy, affordable food options. If you'd like to become a part owner of the co-op, and if you'd like to sign the petition, visit our website at WHAS11.com. Now, coming up, one of the most anticipated events of the Kentucky Derby Festival happening today. We'll take you there after the break.
Tired of rising costs for all your streaming apps? We got you.
Download the WHAS11 Plus app for free.
Local news, weather, and entertainment on your schedule. Definitely.
Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Okay.
Documentaries from across the
If this dress would act right, then maybe.
rising costs and give your wallet a break. The
Then maybe.
WHAS11 Plus app, available on Roku and Fire TV.
Bam.
Good morning, Kentuckiana. Weekdays from 4:30 to 7 on
Zoom.
WHAS11.
At Big O Tire Spring Super Sale from March 27th through May 7th, get up to $100 off select sets of tires or up to $150 off select services after mail-in rebates. It's our Spring Super Sale, only at your locally owned Big O Tires, the team you trust.
They tried to intimidate me and my family. I stood strong then, and I won't back down now. That's why over 100 law enforcement leaders have endorsed my campaign, and I'm President Trump's candidate too. I support tough prosecution, tough sentencing, and tough enforcement. Kentucky law enforcement knows I have their back, and they have mine. I'm Daniel Cameron. We need a governor who backs the blue, and that's exactly the kind of governor I'll be.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. Are you?
I am. I was born ready, son. You know that. I'm Vanessa Keaton, and this is my husband, James Keaton, and we have recovered together for the last decade. James, from the time that I met you, you have inspired me.
Christine, are you still doing that double shift?
There's things in life that
Yep, triple shift.
that you make me feel
'Cause this is, yeah.
We would not
This
be
is
who we
technically
are
my
today
triple shift
without
because
Dictionary.
You do Saturday night.
Saturday night, Sunday
At
morning,
Pegasus,
and then
being part of this
Sunday
beautiful
night.
community is who we are. We're locally owned and operated and proud to call Kentuckiana our home. With your automotive safety in mind first and foremost, we're here to serve you in any way we can. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Today, Okolona Street Rods hosted a car show to benefit a great cause, the WHAS11 Crusade for Children. Street Rods, muscle cars, and classics all dazzled spectators at the woods of Cedar Springs today. Today's event was free and offered free safety inspections. Plus, they collected donations and hosted a silent auction, all to benefit the crusade.
We started out with just a few cars, you know, a hope and a dream, and now, I mean, the silent auction down there, we have over 100 items, you know, from whiskey to Hot Wheels. You know, it'll raise $1 or it may go for $1,000. Every penny goes to the crusade. That's what it's all about, helping people.
Truly a great cause. Now, last year's car show raised over $8,000 for the crusade. And despite the rain, many Louisvillians gathered for one of the Kentucky Derby Festival's most anticipated events, the Pegasus Parade. And you heard that excitement. The parade marched 17 blocks down Broadway and featured a wide number of participants, from police and fire trucks to marching bands to dance groups. And of course, the Pegasus balloon stole the show. It was all something people of all ages could enjoy.